videos that will help you become a better person and live a fantastic life.
Pakitaas ang kanang kamay, come on. Pakitapik ang nasa kanan, pakisabi, stop taking. Pakitaas ang kaliwang kamay, pakitapik ang nasa kaliwa, sabihin mo, start receiving. Yan ang ating one big powerful message. Again, ang dami-dami naming sasabihin, pero kahit ito lang ang baunin ninyo paglabas yun ng gurings. Stop taking, start receiving. Stop taking, start receiving. Alright? Now, ipagpatuloy natin yung pinag-uusapan natin. Pero bago yan, hindi pa yan actually yung ating complete one big message. Bibitinin namin kayo. Mamaya malalaman nyo yung kompletong one big powerful message natin. Excited kayo? Oy, ramdam kong excitement nyo ha. Pagpatuloy natin yung pinag-uusapan natin. Now, when you receive plenty from God, you cannot help but to give plenty to others. Ibig sabihin, pag marami kang na-receive na blessing sa Diyos, hindi mo mapigilan na magbigay ng marami sa iba. Amen ba tayo dyan? Naalala ko si Mama nung naka-receive siya ng financial blessings ay sa sobrang sabihin natin kakaiba yung blessing na na-receive niya, medyo malaki ng konti. Ang ginawa niya, kumain agad kami sa labas. Labas lang ng bahay namin kasi kumain, nanlibre siya at hindi lang yan, nagbigay pa siya ng something sa simbahan. Bakit? Kasi sa sobrang plenty, sobrang dami ng na-receive niyang blessings, hindi niya napigilang magbigay. Kaya nung sinabi ng Diyos kay Abraham, sabi niya, basahin natin, I will make you into a great nation and I will bless you. I will make your name great and you will be a blessing. Ito matindi. All peoples on earth will be blessed through you. Tingnan ng katabi. Ay, ang katabi mo, mabibless ka din dyan. Baka ilibre ka niyan mamaya. Na pressure. So, eto na. Eto na po yung complete one big powerful message natin. Ibibigay ko na sa inyo. Stop taking, start receiving, and giving. That's the complete one big powerful message na nais namin tandaan ninyo. Stop taking, start receiving, and giving. Nasusundan nyo? Pakisabi nga sa katabi mo, friend, stop taking, start receiving, and giving. At yun yung nangyari sa huling Bible story na pag-uusapan natin ngayong hapon. Are you ready? Eto na, kung ready ka na, sabihin nyo nga, wihee! Basahin natin, Genesis chapter 13, verses 5 to 6. Eto, sabi dyan, Lot, kilala nyo si Lot? Asawa ni? Si Lot, pamangkin yan ni Abraham. Okay? Si Lot, pero in-expect ko yung sagot na yon. Lot, who was traveling with Abram. Abram yung dating pangalan ni Abraham. So huwag kayong malito, si Abraham din yan. Okay? Lot, who was traveling with Abram, had also become very wealthy with flocks of sheep and goats and herds of cattle and many tents. In short, ang dami niyang ari-arian. But the land could not support both Abram and Lot with all their flocks and herds living so close together. Yung land nila, yung lupa nila, hindi masuportan yung dami ng ari-arian ni Lot tsaka ni Abram. Kaya anong nangyari? So disputes broke out between the herdsmen of Abram and Lot. Nagkaroon ng away. Nagkaroon ng conflict. Alam niyo kung ano ang formula ng conflict? May formula yan. Tanungin niyo kung ano. Bago yan ito muna, meron muna akong ipapapanood sa inyong video. Dala-dala ko ulit yung aso ko si Bruno. Meron siya ipapakita sa inyo. Play natin yung video. Ma, pengeng baon. Inabutan ng 20. Sabi niya, ba't 20 lang? Mama, buti ka pa, may baon. Kami nung panahon namin, pumapasok kami kahit walang baon. Nakakatiis kami ng walang baon, ng walang kain. Ikaw, niya. Alam niyo kung ano yung formula ng conflict? Scarcity, tandaan niyo ito plus fear equals conflict. Kulang, kakulangan, insufficiency, plus takot, conflict yan. Dahil kulang, takot kang mawalan, agawan mo. Dahil kulang na ng mga matitinong lalaki sa mundo, sabi nila, natakot kang baka wala na sa'yo, makikipag-agawan ka. Nasusundan niyo ako? Lupa. Alam niyo ba ang paboritong laro ng mga magkakapamilya ngayong Christmas party? Tanong niyo kung ano? Agawan ng lupa. Agawan ng yaman. Yan ang paborito nilang laro. Saan sila maglalaro? Sa court. Sa korte. Di ba? Kasi akalan kulang. Takot siyang mawalan. Away. Yan ang formula ng conflict. Scarcity plus fear equals conflict. This is the origin for most fights. This is the origin for most conflicts. Naalala niyo ba yung nabanggit namin nung nakaraang mga talks? Ang sabi namin, kapag meron kang scarcity mindset, feeling mo mawawalan ka. At kapag feeling mo mawawalan ka, you will fight for stuff. Di ba? Promotion. Akala mo, yun na lang ang promotion. Napunta na sa kanya eh. Mawawalan na ako. So you will fight for promotion. Sisiraan mo. Nasusundan niyo ho? Di ba? Naalala niyo yun na sinabi natin? In this story, yung kay Lot, na asawa ni Lot, si Lot at si Abram, land was scarce, insufficient, kulang yung lupa. And when something is scarce, kung merong isang bagay na kulang, insufficient, it's easier to become selfish. Tama? Kulang eh. Tapos, and people will start taking. Susundan nyo? Pandemic time. Nung nalaman ninyo na magla-lockdown, pumunta kayo sa grocery. Di ba kinuha nyo lahat ng face mask, ng alcohol? Ano pa? Ano pang kinuha nyo? Sabon, nag-grocery kayo kasi feeling nyo mauubusan kayo. Yung iba nagbalyahan pa. Yung iba magkaibigan nag-away dahil sa alcohol. Hanggang ngayon, yung inipon yung alcohol, meron pa rin. Susundan nyo, kapag merong scarcity, pag may kakulangan, ang daling maging selfish. Tama? Kasi feeling mo mauubusan ka. Si Abram, sinolve niya yung family conflict na ito by breaking so many rules on proper negotiations. Anong ibig mong sabihin, Bars? Eto, Abram chooses from an abundance mindset. Anong ginawa ni Abram? Eto po, Abram gives the generosity he received from God. Basahin natin ha. Finally, ito na yung isosolve nila yung conflict. Finally, Abram said to Lot, let's not allow this conflict to come between us or our herdsmen. After all, we are close relatives. Magkamag-anak naman tayo, pamangkin naman kita, huwag na natin patagalin to. Sabi niya, the whole countryside is open to you. Yan, open sa'yo. Take your choice of any section of the land you want, and we will separate. If you want the land to the left, then I'll take the land on the right. If you prefer the land of the right, then I'll go to the left. Grabe, no? From a strategic perspective, by the way, sabi niya dyan, ikaw nang unang pumili, Lot. Mauna ka nang pumili. Grabe, di ba? From a strategic perspective, mukhang wrong move ata to ni Abram. Paano kapag ang pinili ni Lot, yung pinakamalaki na lupa at pinakamagandang lupa? Di si Abram, tira-tira na lang yung sa kanya. Di ba si Abram deserve? Di ba? Sabi ni Father, deserve naman niya yung best land kasi unang-una sa lahat siya yung leader. Kumbaga si Lot, naki-ride on lang eh. Sumama lang eh. Doon sa journey nila, ang leader talaga, ang nag-lead sa kanila si Abraham. So dapat si Abraham ang unang pumili. Bakit deserve naman niya? Deserve naman ni Abraham na siya ang unang pumili at deserve din niya na piliin yung best. Diba? But that's the point, my dear Feast Dagupan family. Abraham didn't take what he thought he deserved. He chose to receive what God wanted to give him. Relate natin sa inyo, promotions. You think, deserve ko naman yun. Nag-overtime ako 24 hours eh. Hanggang Sunday pumapasok ako. Ba't siya ang na-promote? Deserve ko yun. Deserve ko yun. So, dahil feeling mo deserve mo yun, you will take it. Pero, hindi na. Give it away. Because ano ang pwede mong gawin? You receive what God wanted to give you. And believe me, mas maganda. Believe me. Ano pa? Inagaw yung jowa mo. Feeling mo siya na lang. Diba? Hayaan mo na. Meron din para sa'yo. Pakitapi ngayon katabi mo, sabi mo sa kanya, meron para sa'yo. Oh, pero kung may asawa yan, huwag mo nang ano. Now, here's the key. Ito ang susi. Ito ang susi. Tandaan nyo to, I want you to remember this. Even if there was scarcity, kahit na nakita ni Abram na kulang yung lupa, si Abram saw abundance. Kahit na yung physical na tingin niya kulang eh. But in Abram's mind, there's abundance. Bakit? Because he believes that he is living in an abundant universe that is ruled by a very generous God. So kahit ang nakikita niya maliit lang, kahit ang nakikita niya kulang-kulang lang, hindi, may abundance. Kasi I'm living in an abundant universe ruled by a very generous God. Gusto niyong malaman ang winning formula to solve any conflict? Sino sa inyo ang nasa conflict ngayon, itaas ang kamay? Yan, dami. Kaya pala nag-feast kayo. Ang winning formula to solve conflicts ay ito. Kahit na anong conflict yan, Kanina pinakita ko yung formula ng conflict. Ito naman, to solve conflict. Here's the formula to solve conflict. Abundance mindset plus trust equals generosity. Abundance mindset, na kahit nakikita mo kulang, yung sitwasyon mo parang kulang, pero may abundance mindset ka, plus you trust God, then equals generosity. Yan po ang formula to solve any conflicts. Imagine this, doon sa laro ng mga magkakapamilya sa court, na agawang lupa. Paano ba masosolve yun? If the other person sees abundance na hindi siya mauubusan, then he will trust God. Meron pa sigurong ibibigay sa akin si Lord na mas maganda, mas better na plano. Then, sayo na yan, kapatid. Nasusundan nyo? Paano kung ganun din yung isa? Sayo na yan, kapatid. Hindi sayo na yan. Hindi nga sayo na yan, di ba? O nag-away sila ulit. pero yan yung formula ng pagsusolve ng conflicts. As we expected, balikan natin yung kwento, as we expected, si Lot, pinili niya yung better, yung richer, yung more fertile na lupa na malapit sa Sodom and Gomorrah. And sa dulo, alam na natin ang nangyari dyan. If hindi nyo kabisado, basahin nyo na lang yung assignment nyo na lang. Tapos si Abram was left with a second hand or second choice. Ano yun? Canaan. But listen to this. Pakinggan niyo mabuti ito. Kung baga yung nakuha ni Abram, yung tira-tira na lang. Kasi pinaubayan niya kay Lot. Sa'yo na yan. Pili ka na ng mas maganda. Pinili niya yung maganda. Ang natira kay Abram, yung hindi ganun kaganda. But listen to this. This is where God meets Abram's generosity with even greater generosity. Anong ibig mong sabihin, Brother Bar? Sabi sa Genesis, basahin natin. After Lot had gone, the Lord said to Abram, tindi nito. Look as far as you can see in every direction. Tingnan mo lahat ng direction, north and south, east and west. I am giving all this land as far as you can see. Yun ang sinabi niya. Dahil nakita niya na si Abram mapagbigay, hindi, mapagbigay din ako, sabi ng Diyos. Sa'yo na lahat yan. Minsan, nung pumunta kami ng Baguio ni Jobel, sabi ko sa kanya, nakikita mo ba yung mga bundok na yan? Oo, sabi niya. Hindi akin yan, sabi ko sa kanya. Pero si Abram, sabi ng Diyos, lahat ng nakikita mo, sa'yo. Sa'yo. Grabe. By the way, konting side note lang. Taking and receiving, giving, okay. By the way, ang tawag sa receiving, giving, radical generosity. Sabihin niyo nga radical generosity. When you receive, then when you give, that's radical generosity. Now, yung taking and yung radical generosity, this cannot just be a single action na parang minsan ka lang nag-take, tapos minsan ka lang magre-receive, tapos mag-give. No, yung minsanan lang, hindi ganon. Because the universe is governed by the laws of reciprocity, taking, and radical generosity become cycles na paulit-ulit for a very long time. Bars, anong ibig mong sabihin? Ito po yun. Listen to this. The moment you take something from a person, you trigger a cycle of taking. Inumpisahan mo na yung cycle of taking. Those from whom you took will also take from you. Tinake mo yan, ako din, titake ko din. Tinake mo ulit, titake. Nasundan nyo? It's a cycle of taking. At dyan, kapag meron ng cycle, ganun na ang sistema ninyo. At dyan nagsisimula ang away sa pamilya. Dyan nagsisimula ang away sa mag-asawa. Diyan nagsisimula ang away sa magkaibigan, sa organisasyon, sa ministry, sa community. When someone took something from the other, yung isa babawi hanggang may cycle ng ganyan of taking. Even nations, kahit mga bansa, anong ugat ng pag-aaway nila? Taking. Amin ang islang ito. Hindi amin. Mas malapit kami wala akong pakialam. Basta amin to. Nasusundan niyo ako? Cycle of taking. Now, to break that cycle, hindi pwedeng wala ka lang gagawin. Kasi kapag wala kang gagawin, tuloy-tuloy pa rin yung cycle of taking na yan. Because you're fighting inertia. Alam niyo inertia? May mga taga-Pangasinan, alam nila yan. Inertia. Inertia, where siya, mga ganyan. To stop the cycle, you must do the very opposite. Cycle of taking. So para ma-stop yung cycle of taking, you must do the very opposite. Ano yon? Receive and give. Can I share something? Okay lang sa inyo. Atin-atin lang to, huwag nyo nang ilabas ha. Naka-live pala tayo. Pero first year namin ni Jobel bilang mag-asawa, we were living in a cycle of taking. Laging taking yan. Ano yung taking? A forceful grabbing at what we thought we deserve. Susumbatan kami. Meron yung time, si Jobel, laging gigising ng maaga yan. Ano ba yan? Laging ako lang gising ng maaga. Ikaw tulog pa. Ako naman, buti nga, pinapakain ko pa yung mga aso mo kahit ayaw ko talaga magkaaso dito sa bahay Nasusundan niyo ako? Ano ba? Dapat deserve ko yung lambing mo. Ako nga, deserve ko din yung respeto. Hindi mo nasusundan niyo ako? Cycle of taking. And then when we watched a video, sabi nung sa video na yon about married couples, sabi niya, married couples start giving without expectations. Pag nagbigay ka, wag ka nang mag-expect. So ngayon, pinapakain ko na po yung aso namin. Yung 7 aso namin. Oo. Siya rin, hinahayaan na niya akong matulog at gumising ng kahit anong oras. Nasusundan niya ako? Cycle of radical generosity. Kasi, listen to this, hindi dapat minsan lang, dapat tuloy-tuloy para mag-create ka ng panibagong cycle. Para mag-create ka ng cycle of giving. Mga kapatid, my dear Feast Dagupan family, especially married couples, if you look deeper sa mga strong marriages, you'll discover na meron silang cycle of radical generosity. Meron yan. Receiving, giving na paulit-ulit ng maraming taon, meron yan. Kaya sa mga ikakasal dito, dapat alam nyo na, cycle of radical generosity. Now, yung mga matatagal na mag-asawa, meron silang radical generosity, kaya kahit magkamali yung asawa niya, may sapat pang love na nakadeposit sa emotional bank ng bawat isa para ma-handle yung withdrawal. Nasusundan nyo, kahit magkamali siya, Hindi mahal ko naman siya. Asawa ko to eh. Yung ganon. So, ma-handle nila yung pagkawala, yung pagkakamali. Pero kapag walang tuloy-tuloy na deposit ng pagmamahal, giving ng pagmamahal, ay kapag nagkamali yan, konting away lang, wala na. Talbog ang tseke. Ano nasusundan niyo ako? Kung katabi mo yung asawa mo, tapikin mo siya, sabihin mo, radical generosity. Oh, mamaya i-date ka na niya yan. I-date ka na niya yan. Gusto mo sabihin kong pangalan niya? Now, sino sa inyo ang nakakita na ng Lego? Yung laruan Lego? Yan, di ba? The Lego. Yan. There was this one child, binigyan ng Lego nung tatay niya. Dami-daming Lego. So, anak, sabi nung tatay, itong Lego na to, sa'yo to. So, ang ginawa nung anak, bumuo siya. Bumuo siya ng building, bumuo siya ng cellphone, bumuo siya ng TV, bumuo siya ng eroplano, bumuo siya ng bata, and yung so sa leg, bumuo siya ng bata. Lahat binuo niya. Lahat binuo niya. Bakit ko siya sinabi? Bakit ko siya kwento? Tanong niyo kung bakit. My dear Feast Dagupan family, we can really stop the taking cycle. Yan. Bibilisan ko na. We can really stop the taking cycle. And we can start receiving and giving. Bakit? Tanong niyo kung bakit. Una, God has supplied a mountain of blessings, raw materials in front of you, Lego materials. Ang dami niyang sinupply sa'yo. Yung katawan mo, yung utak mo, yung talents mo, yung skills mo, yung opportunities mo, yung mga taong nakapaligid sa'yo, lahat Lego materials yon. And the second reason is this, God has given you the capacity to build anything. To build anything. Tulad nung bata. Nasusundan niyo ako? You can build anything. There was this one, nakwento ni Mama, may nag-apply daw sa kanila, hindi nakuha. Hindi siya nakuha sa trabaho. And then after a few years, dadalaw namin yung bahay nila. Grabe, ang laki ng bahay. Tapos may swimming pool. Yung swimming pool parang infinity pool. Tapos high ceiling, ang lalaki ng chandelier. And then, tinanong ni Mama, kamusta kayo? Ganyan. And then sabi niya, kasi po nagkaroon kami ng negosyo. Meron silang negosyo. At yung negosyong yon kumikita ng malaki every month. You see, hindi siya nakuha sa trabaho, pero alam niya yung prinsipyo that God provided raw materials in her and that God told her na she can build anything. She built a business na kumikita ng malaki every month. Na dinaig yung sahod niya pag nakuha siya doon sa trabahong yun. Am I making sense? So kapag nawalan ka, always remember that you have all the materials. Binigay sa'yo ng Diyos yan. And you have the capacity to build anything. Sometimes, we understand we underestimate yung mga Lego materials, yung mga raw materials na meron sa atin. And also, we underestimate that God-given ability sa atin to build anything. But today, God is reminding us again na ang daming Lego materials sa buhay mo. Ang dami. Binigay niya sa iyo yan. And He is reminding you that you have the capacity, you have the ability to build anything. May I invite everyone to please stand. Start or stop taking, start receiving and giving. Pwede magkwento? I don't know, baka some of you isipin yung bias, but I just want you to listen to this story and look deeper to this story. Bakit bias? Kasi this is a story of Papa, my father. I just want you to look at the story, the message of the story. 6th anniversary ng Feast Dagupan. Medyo kulang ang budget. Kasi hindi tayo nakatabi ng budget for the printing ng feast bulletin. By the way, yung mga feast bulletin ninyo, iuwi nyo po. Huwag nyo pong iwanan dito. Pamigay nyo rin sa iba para ma-bless sila. Now, going back to my story. Namblema ang team, saan tayo kukuha ng budget pang print ng feast bulletin? Yung mga binibigay sa inyo. And then si Papa, sabi niya, hindi alam to ng karamihan kasi he chose to be anonymous. So si Papa, sabi niya, bibigay ako ng 5,000 pesos. Yeah, for some, siguro 5,000 is still a small amount. But for him, and I know this, for him, that's a big amount. Bakit? Background. Si Papa, maasa lang sa pensyon niya ngayon. Pangalawa, meron din siyang maliit na negosyo, yung tableya ni Kuya Bars, baka gusto niyong bumili. Small business, at yun yung pinagkakakitaan niya. And 5,000 is very, very big for him. At alam ko yun. 5,000. Sabi ko sa kanya, sigurado ka pa? 5,000 ang ibibigay mo? I-donate mo? Hindi ba pwedeng 1,000 lang? Kasi alam kong malaking pera yon for him. The 5,000. Pero para akong nabuhusan ng malamig na tubig. At para akong nasampal ng katotohanan. Kasi ang sabi niya, okay lang yan. Ibabalik naman ni Lord yan. Tsaka para naman sa feast, para sa spiritual family natin. And then it hit me, oo nga, no? Para akong sinampal kasi for the past many years, I was also preaching about giving, being abundant, tapos you just give. Tapos sabi ko sa kanya, hindi, wag 5,000, 1,000 lang. Parang pinigilan ko pa siyang magbigay. Kaya para akong sinampal. And then I realized, oo nga, I was amazed and I admire His generosity. Pero hindi lang yon, na-amazed din ako doon sa tiwala niya that God will always provide. Na-amazed din ako doon sa tiwala niya sa Diyos na, oo, ngayon nakikita ko may scarcity, kakulangan, walang masyadong bumibili ng produkto, pero the abundance mindset. Nakita niya, parang si Abram, kita niya scarce, pero in his mind ay abundance. Ganon din siya. In his mind, there is abundance. Naniniwala siya that he is living in an abundant universe that is ruled by a very generous God. Kaya kailanman hindi siya mawawalan. Kailanman hindi siya mauubusan. Pero kung na-inspire na kayo at na-amaze kayo sa Kanya, let me tell you this. There's this one person who gave everything para sa kanyang kapatid, para sa kanyang pamilya. And who is that person? The person there sa cross. It's Jesus. He was not afraid to give up His divine glory para lang maging tao. He was not afraid to give up His heavenly home para lang manirahan sa isang bahay ng isang karpentero. He was not afraid to give up His throne. Yung trono niya, nasa langit na siya. Ang ganda na ng buhay niya para lang ipanganak sa isang magulo at mabahong manger. He was not afraid to give up all these things. Now listen to this. Huwag mo palagpasin to. He was not afraid to give up everything for you. Even His life. Kahit buhay ko pa yan, ibibigay ko for you. I am speaking straight to your heart, ikaw na nakakarinig sa akin. He is not afraid to give up everything just for you. Sabi ni St. Paul, for you know the grace of our Lord Jesus Christ, that though He was rich, yet for your sake He became poor, so that through His poverty you might become rich. And now, Let the weak say, I am strong. Let the poor say, I am rich because of what the Lord has done, because of what the Lord has given up for you. Why was Jesus not afraid to give His all? Bakit hindi siya takot na ibigay lahat sa atin? Here's the answer. Listen to this. Huwag mo palagpasin to. He knew, God knew He had plenty. Jesus knew He had more than enough. Jesus won't run out. His life was not limited by the grave, by death. No. Alam niya that He is loved by His loving and very generous Father. Kaya kailanman hindi siya natatakot na i-give up lahat kasi alam niyang hindi siya mawawalan. Alam niyang hindi siya mauubusan. Today, before His cross, I invite you to worship Him. To worship the God who gave up everything. To worship the God na hindi natatakot na ibigay lahat for you. Alam niyo kung anong ibig sabihin ng worship? Tanin niyo kung ano. Ang deeper meaning ng worship, listen to this, huwag niyo palagpasin to, at its core, worship is not giving something to God. Worship is not telling God, thank you. Di ba sinabi ni Father Abuan yan kanina, worship is not just singing songs, raising your hands, pray prayers. No, worship is not just like that. At its core, ang pinakamalalim na ibig sabihin ng worship is receiving God's plenty. Worship is receiving God's abundance. It's opening our hearts to God's abundance. That is worship. That's why when we say, let's worship, ang sinasabi mo, Lord, I open myself to your abundance. I open myself to your plenty. Alam ko, hindi ako mauubusan. Alam ko, hindi ako mawawalan. That is worship. That is worship at its very core. Ready ka na for worship? Ready ka na to receive God's plenty? Ready ka na to receive God's abundance? Let's all together worship Jesus today. Thank you for watching. Be sure to subscribe to this YouTube channel para wala kayong ma-miss na video at live stream. Please also share this video to your loved ones, families, and friends. And do not forget that you can join us here live sa Feast Dagupan. God bless you all more. Mama Mary loves you.